So we're today in Rotterdam and I'm here with the guys from The Academic. Guys, how are you doing today?
Good, man. First time in Rotterdam and we're having a great time.
Yeah, it's a little bit cold.
It is.
Will that affect the throats for tonight or?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
Ireland's just as bad.
Yeah, we're used
as
to
well.
the cold.
Yeah? Well, you've been to Ireland last week. You were on your European tour and you had like a little trip back to Ireland.
Yeah, we dipped home for 2 days and it was great. It was nice to get home and we had some family members come down and stuff, so it was cool.
Yeah, is it like a big reunion with a lot of people once you come back for a couple of days?
Yeah, it's especially nice
definitely.
like in the middle of a tour when you get to go home and do some Irish gigs, because sometimes when it's just like when you go home and you know people in the crowd and it just, you know, it's easy to not feel like you're at home on tour, but then playing at home is deadly.
Yeah, and what did you like miss the most from Ireland while being in Europe?
There's always a couple of things. Guinness.
Yeah.
But the Guinness isn't bad in Europe. It's more so America, really.
I miss Irish tea when we're away.
Yeah.
What's so special about Irish tea?
It's different. It's so different. But tea's different everywhere you go. You learn that when you're on tour.
But do you take some with you when you're on tour?
I used to, but I just drink coffee now because it's too much stress bringing like Ziploc bags of tea bags through airports and stuff. I did that.
It looks suspicious
I
as
did
well.
that for years. I used to like bring my tea over to America.
Yeah, you were like randomly checked.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It's not a good look.
All right, so you are touring a lot. Your debut album Tales of Backseat came out last January, and I'm always curious, like in between the singles of a record, were there any songs that like maybe had a different effect on the crowd, on the fans than that you would expect?
I think so. Excuse me. I think having an album out is a nice way because like, you're pretty much taking a chance on songs and you don't know how people are going to react to them. But I think we've been touring so much now that I think we know the reaction that each song gets. It's like, you know, it makes people jump or it makes people, you know, feel sad. I don't know. But yeah, definitely.
It was interesting to see because it's like Fake ID wasn't a single like At Home or In the UK or anything, and that became like a bit of a fan favourite.
Oh wow.
And then there's a song on the album, the last song called Girlfriends, and that's like one of our oldest songs. It's one of the first songs we ever wrote together, and it was weird. We kind of saw that get like a new lease of life when it went on the album, and that goes down really well at gigs too.
Yeah, and well, you mentioned the song Fake ID, and I love that song, and I'm really curious about the story behind it because I have this like going out and presenting your fake ID to people at the club. What's the story about?
I think it's a joke on my part, kind of. It's a joke on my part, and it's a joke in real life. But it's like I've always looked like younger than my actual age. So growing up at like the age of 18, 19, even 20, way above the age to like go to clubs or anything. It's like that you needed to be an adult for. And every time I'd do it, like I'd always be asked for my ID. And so that was kind of the joke that young people who look young who aren't actually as young as they seem, and the struggle of that.
Yeah.
You know? And it happens to me everywhere I go. Like I've
Still now.
Yeah, like I was asked for my ID in a jacuzzi one time because I was on my own. Cinemas, getting rejected from films, and then obviously pubs and all that kind of stuff. So.
The album came out in January last year, and we're almost a year further. Is it too early to be talking about maybe new stuff from you guys?
No, not at all.
What is happening?
What's happening is we've toured so much that we actually haven't fully sat down together. But
since this time last year, we've done 3 full American tours and 3 full European tours. So like.
Yeah, so it's hard to, and then when you get that time off, it's kind of hard to want to go into a rehearsal room and play like loud music and that type of stuff. But there's songs, there's load. We have so many songs, and we still write on the road and collect all the ideas. And then when we get home, and we start to feel like it's time, start putting them together and stuff. But So I think we are getting close actually to, as a band, sitting in a room together again and looking at these ideas we've accumulated.
I think by the time Christmas comes around, it's going to feel like maybe the first album touring cycle has nearly finished.
Yeah, and then you have some time to get together.
Then we'll seriously start.
Will you have like a sort of band Christmas celebration? Or?
Oh yeah, we do a party every year.
We have a bit of a Christmas shindig, yeah.
And being on tour and having like all these impulses and speaking with all these different people, is that like a good source for new songs? Is like band life a good inspiration for songs?
I think it is. Definitely at the start when we were busier, the experiences of going to places like when we went to America for the first time and just experiencing different people and different cultures is definitely something that will make it, kind of change your inspirations and what you want to talk about. But I'm actually finding now I'm going more inward. I want to like look at my own personal stuff again.
Yeah.
Because we've been on the road for so long.
Yeah.
That it's like you have to really stay strong to make sure that every day is like exciting, because like you could just fall into the thing of thinking that this is all tunnel vision, but it's not. There's different venues every night, and so yeah, I think on the road does affect writing, but still sing about Ireland.
Yeah, are there some songs which are like sort of love songs to Ireland already, or coming up maybe?
No, not fully. I don't. No.
No, I do think like where we grew up though, like in rural Ireland, really did like affect the songwriting. And I think like in a nutshell, like all the first album, the location is really important because the songs are about what it's like growing up in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, that's our love song to Ireland.
Yeah, pretty much.
I never let you go.